Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Vivalayoshii, TikTok, and Twitter at LifeWithSymone, and it will be down in the description box below. And follow Brishari's business page, because 2024, we come back with a bang. Y'all, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. Okay, let me stop. I was like, I could have put a Feliz Navidad little mix in the background, but I'm most likely gonna forget to do that. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me out this whole vlogmas, because it has been something like that I didn't even think that I would be able to keep up with doing. And the fact that I did, how many days? Let me see. The fact that I did 22 days, I was supposed to do 25, but I did 22, and I was going to add the extra days that I missed, but then I was like, girl, give yourself a break. So that's what I'm going to do, because I'm still going to post before this year is up, but still. But y'all, I did 22 days. I posted 22 times this month. I can't believe it my damn self. This is crazy. But thank you guys so much for rocking me, running them numbers up, getting in tune with just everything I was posting. I'm super excited. I love you guys so much, and Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's having a wonderful time with their family or whatever it is that you're doing. I just hope everybody is in good spirits today. But yeah, let's get into this story, y'all. This is some new characters, y'all. This is a work story time by when I worked at one of my many jobs. Whew. Anyway, let's get into it. So y'all, at this point, I was working at this warehouse. I ain't gonna say where and where, only because the more I start paying attention to stuff, you kind of shouldn't give all hope, like certain information out, not because people are gonna go look, but then it also could be not safe to you either when you kind of be telling everybody. People know literally everything about you, like from jobs. I mean, I know stuff is like public record, but like when you, just certain shit don't be like, you be thinking like, hold on, wait. You're making it a little bit too easy. But anyway, but yeah. So I was working at this warehouse. I ain't gonna say what warehouse it is, and it really don't even matter anyway. I worked at a few warehouses, so yeah, it really don't even matter. But anyway, y'all know the freakiest jobs for some odd reason is warehouses, the post office. Well, that's a warehouse too. But warehouses, the post office. Let me not say that, because any warehouse. And call centers. I don't know what it is about them people, but for some reason when they go to work, they want to... I ain't never felt like that in on my shifts. I never felt that way. But anyway, so when I was working at this job, I used to, for the most part in the beginning, I kind of stayed to myself because when, bro, here go the Polar Express. It is Christmas, y'all, but I ain't finna hop on, so y'all keep it pushing. I'm recording. So anyway, I kind of like stayed to myself because one thing about me, when I'm working in a job where I'm doing like hard labor, I like to get the shit done. I don't like to people to like... A lot of people would look at me and judge me, because that's when I first started working at a guy. He was like, eyelashes, nails, y'all, which them nails humbled me, because my second day, my whole nail fell off, broke, and I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, so for the most part, like I get my job done, and plus me working like this, it makes time go by faster. So I pretty much be in my own little world working. If somebody comes talk to me, then that's when I'll like have a conversation with somebody. So I don't know what it was about me, probably because, well, it was a team of us that all started around the same time, but it was already a team. Basically, pretty much everybody I started with, they had left at this point in the job, and I had just was still, it was like me and like two other people. But yeah, but I don't know what it is about you being by yourself to make people want to be with you. It's like, I'm not lonely and sad over here, y'all. Trust me, you ain't gotta bother me. So anyway, when I was at work, I met some friends. So I met some guy friends, because I mean, it was girls that worked there, but the girls, they was in the easier part, which eventually I worked my way up there. But like the hard labor part, it's a lot of dudes that's right there, right? And it was probably like a handful of girls. So I met some guy friends. They cool as hell. One dude, we gonna name him Kirk. We only naming him Kirk, not from Rashida and Kirk, but from Kirk, the baby. He kind of looked like the baby to me, but I'm not gonna be sitting up here calling this man the baby. So we'll name him Kirk. He do need a name, because he played a part when I start telling a lot of stories from this job or whatever. So he would come over there, and like if it's like a small package, like just something like small, dang, I can't, okay, some kind of like the size of this laptop, but like a little thicker like this, he would like throw it at me, like throw it inside the little thing, because we taking the stuff off out of the things, out of the little bins, and putting them on the belt to go up to be shipped out. This would throw packages at me. So one time, because the first time he did it, I kind of got mad, like, I'm just kidding, I didn't do all that, but I was kind of irritated, because I'm like, I looked, but he was like, oh, my bad, like it was a mistake. So I kind of start peeping because I'll see other people do it, like throwing packages. So it's like, stop throwing these people packages at me. So he threw a package at me. So I'm like, I looked at him and I was just like laugh because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get one of them little packages, but little weight on it because they'll throw one that's not too heavy. I'm like, I'm gonna throw it at this big ass nigga. So anyway, I threw a package at him and it hit him in the back. And he was like, what? But mind y'all, at this time, somebody had seen me do it. So the two birds was like, oh, and I'm like, sorry, I was just trying to throw it, but I threw it too hard and it must have went way over there and hit this man in the back. So anyway, he ended up coming over there. He was like, mind you, at this point, me and him, we met. It was like a, what's your name, Symone, my name Kirk type situation, but we never really even talked like that. But he would always throw shit at me. Like, I don't know what was up with him. So anyway, so after that, after I finally hit back, he, like Tina in that fucking limo, that's when he finally started talking to me. Like, so he came up over there and he like, why'd you just throw that big ass package at my back? So I'm like, bro, you've been throwing packages at me for like a week straight. What did you talking about? So he trying to laugh it off like, nah, I'm just, you know, the baby, how he got that deep ass dimple. He looked like the baby to me. So he laughing, deep dimple, like, nah, I be just throwing them and they just accidentally hit you. Whatever. So anyway, we talking, we laughing, we chopping it up. He asked me why I always be by myself. Mind you, it is one dude I would talk to a lot. It was one dude because I actually went to college with him. So I used to see him. And then it was this other dude. We gonna name him Byron because he got a lot of story times. Byron is the name. It's not his real name, but he looked like he would have been a Byron if his mama didn't name him what she named him. So anyway, he was like, yeah, you be by yourself, but I be seeing you always talking to Byron and stuff. He's like, what's up? Like, that's you? Like, I asked him and he said that he, you know, he trying to get at you. And mind you, I'm like, niggas is so messy because if Byron, which I'm pretty sure he did tell him that because y'all, I got stories. If Byron told you this, why is you over here telling me this? Like, that's weird. So he was like, yeah, Byron told me that he be trying to get at you. Like, he working his way up, like, with you or whatever. So I just was laughing because, mind you, he would, like, talk to me, but he never, like, came off. I could tell he liked me, but he never, like, just was like, I like you type shit. And at this time, me and Crazy was in an on and off relationship. On and off. But anyway, so he was like, yeah, Byron was telling me that. He was like, so you and Byron, y'all a thing or whatever? So I'm like, no. At this point, I was on my off again part with Crazy. I was single. So he was like, yeah, you and Byron, y'all a little thing or whatever? So I'm like, no, I'm single and I'm not, like, interested in finding nobody to be in a relationship with at this time. And he like, oh, okay, all right, can I get your Instagram or whatever? So I gave him my Instagram, whatever, boom. And now it's like break time. It was this girl, after, mind you, it was this girl I used to say hi or bye to her. Like, it would be like, hi, you know, I just genuinely say hello to everybody. But after I had that conversation with Kirk, she started talking to me a lot. So she came up to me and she was just like, hey girl, like what, like why you be just by yourself? I'm just thinking like, is this the day everybody want to know why I'm alone? Like, y'all, I promise y'all I'm good. So anyway, so she talking to me. I'm just telling her like, girl, I just be to myself, da. She like, girl, yeah, I feel you. Mind you, she was like, we gonna give her a name because she matters a lot too. We gonna just name her Eris. Y'all, I came up with these names before I started recording this video, so that's how I just got them off the top. So we're gonna give her name Eris. So she was like, yeah, Eris was thick as fuck, y'all. She was so thick. Like, let me stop. But she was thick. So then when she'll walk by, like, I peep the niggas like looking, or they'd be like, damn, Eris, you just had to wear them pants today. She was like super thick. So anyway, she asked me or whatever. She was just like, yeah, like, girl, you know, we could hang out, like, we could do bins together, like, if, you know, when they say team up, like, we could go on a bins together and just talk and shit like that. She like, I know them ninjas probably be getting on your nerves, being thirsty as hell and all this other shit. And I'm just like, I mean, they be, like, saying little shit, but they never, like, how they be talking with her, they never, like, got at me like that. It'd be, like, little shit like, oh, da-da-da-da-da, like, just small talk, like, when random dudes would talk to me. But like I said, it wasn't, like, how they'd be like, Eris, keep walking by with your thick ass. Like, for some reason, they all would get at her like that. And I'm like, I mean, they cool or whatever. So she was like, yeah, we could start hanging out. We could talk or whatever. Like, we could do bins together or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, like, every time when the shift would start, because I would just still go to do one by myself. Like, if she came to me, then she came to me, but I didn't just go to her. I don't know why. It was just weird. I don't know. So I would go and she would come to me. So, y'all, she started bringing me Red Bulls every day. And that's when I realized I don't like them motherfucking drinks, okay? She was bringing me Red Bulls every day, and I would drink them because we working overnight, so I need to stay up. But, like, I ain't like them motherfuckers. But anyway, So we was talking. So one day she came up to me and she was like, oh, did such and such, this boy, he don't need no name. She was like, did he tell you about his kickback he was having? So I was like, no, he didn't tell me. So she was like, oh, okay, yeah, they be having like kickbacks and stuff like on the weekends. Like all of us would go hang out and stuff like that. And mind you, my car was like on and off again working at this time. And when me and Crazy was on again, I would use his car to go to work and he would just stay at my house. Y'all, which... I gotta tell y'all about the time when I left this man at my house, at my grandma's house. Let me not say my house. But anyway, so at this point, I had his car because we wasn't together. So, yeah, she was like, yeah, because a lot of them will go to IHOP after work or they'll go like certain places. And she's like, you'll never be coming. And I'm like, yeah, because I just be like Ubering home. Like, I'll just go straight home or whatever. So she was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, like we be kicking it sometimes on the weekend. So she's like, they having a kickback on this day or whatever. And she was like, yeah, like we'll just go to such and such house and kick it. Like we always do that. So I was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, girl, like you should come. Like you should really come. She was like, you should come and be fun. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come. So then next thing you know, like later into the shift, because the guy, he ended up separating us because, oh, dude hated me. Anyway, he ended up separating us and I was in a bin by myself and this one dude, he come over there and he was like, Symone, Eris told me that you trying to come to the kickback, you trying to start hanging with the big dogs. So I'm like, yeah, like I'm down like to hang out or whatever, like, yeah, that's cool. So he was like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, you can start hanging out with us or whatever. Because you don't never hang out. You just be to yourself. You just quiet. Da-da-da-da. Like, he just talking all this shit. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. So when he talking to me and stuff like that, it did not matter. Any man talk to me, come talk to me, Byron is coming up and saying, what's happened? What's going on? I swear, and I used to be I would just laugh to myself because I didn't want none of them ninjas there. Only one that I really kind of thought was cute was Kirk. But, like, man, warehouses, once you start kind of communicating, at first I'm like silent but I observe shit, especially in break rooms. But once you start meeting people and talking to people, you realize, oh, he done her, he done him, they fucking, she fucking him, they fucking each other. You be like, damn, this is a fez. Okay, now. But anyway, so yeah, but we ain't got to that part yet with him. But yeah, so yeah, Byron will always walk up and be like, what's going on? What did he say to you? Like, what y'all talking about? And it would just be funny because, like, when Kirk confirmed it, like, he liked you, it's like I knew, but I didn't want to, like, jump to conclusions like, oh, he likes me. So, anyway, he was asking what we was talking about or whatever, and the boy was like, yeah, I was inviting Symone over. You know how we be at the house kicking and shit like that. I invited her over. She gonna come with Eris or whatever. So he was like, oh, where your house? Like, I'm gonna come too then. So he was like, man, Byron, we done told your ass. Like, they been all working there for like a while now, like probably over 2 years and shit. He's like, we done told your ass long time ago to come to my house, and you was like, nah, you didn't come. He was like, so why you want to come now? He was like, I just want to come. Y'all stop inviting me. He's like, bro, I invited you like 2 times a long time ago. So he like, well, I want to come. It's gonna be this weekend. Like, I want to be there. So he like, man, all right, whatever. So then they was asking me like, is you gonna come with us to IHOP after work today? So I was like, okay, like I'll come, whatever. I was like, but like I was like, dang, I really didn't want to go because mind you, I'm getting off work on this day was getting off work at 2 in the morning. So I'm like, damn, we getting off at work at 2 in the morning, and then I'm gonna go to IHOP and have to Uber. And I'm thinking like, damn, should I just go home? But I was like, I'm gonna just go. So at this point, Byron, he knew that I didn't have no car because I think he asked me what type of car I drive for some odd ass reason. Why did you want to know? But anyway, so he knew I didn't have a car. So he was all like, after IHOP, I could take you home if you want me to. So I was like, okay, sure. So y'all, we ended up working. Everybody go to IHOP, right? It's other people from other shifts, other departments. And I was just like, damn, there's some bomb motherfuckers at this warehouse. I'm just kidding. I'm not. But y'all, I still wasn't up in there fucking like them. I wasn't fucking at all. I ain't deal with nobody like that. But anyway, so we at IHOP. We all lit. It's lit because it's everybody from work. It's cool or whatever. So we up in there and Byron just kept talking about how tired he was. Mind you, Byron's sister worked at the job. So she ended up hitting him up and was telling him that she had to that she had got off early from her department and she was ready to go because she didn't have a car, he had a car. So he was like, y'all, it's funny, never mind, because I was gonna say, because this sister one time, but that's a whole nother story time for another day. But I'm gonna just mention it real quick, and don't, when I tell the story time, don't be like, you told us. Why one time her ass ran into like 10 cars in the parking lot, bro. But anyway, so Byron's sister was like, she ready to go or whatever. So he like, at this point, we all done eating. Everybody food boxed up, but we just all chilling and laughing and stuff. So at this point, he was like, okay, all right, y'all. Well, I'm finna go because my sister, she ready to go. He was like, Symone, you ready to go? So everybody was like, oh, you going home with Byron? You going home with Byron? So I'm like, nah, he was giving me a ride because I don't have no car or whatever. I be Ubering sometimes. So they was like, oh, okay. So I was like, dang. He was like, yeah, I could go take my sister. He was like, because I'm not trying to leave neither. He was like, I could go take my sister home and then just come back, you know, and we could do it like that. And I was just like, oh, no. So Eric's like, dang, Symone. Like, it was just getting good, like, with the conversation. So Eric's like, dang, Symone, you got to go. They asked me, like, what side? She like, what side of town do you live on? So I told her. So she was like, oh, dang, that's, like, the opposite way. I don't know why everybody, for some reason, all live, like, towards a different way of town. But, so they like, dang, that's like an opposite way. So I'm like, dang, right. I'm like, but it's cool. I'm like, y'all cool. I'll just come, you know, to IHOP another time after another shift or whatever. But it couldn't be like on certain days because I was still in college. So I was like, at 2 in the morning, I could go home. You know, it's still thugging. But like when I get off of work at like 4, 5 in the morning, I want to go home, get some rest before I go to school. So, I was like, it's cool. I'm like, it's cool. So y'all, Kirk was like, I'll take you home. I'm heading that way anyway. Like, I gotta go do something, go drop something off. Well, you gotta drop off this early in the morning, but I didn't think nothing of it. But he's like, I'll take you home. It's no big deal. He's like, cause yeah, I could tell you don't want to leave right now. So I'm like, you sure? So he's like, yeah. So Byron was like, no, Symone, come on. Byron was like, Symone, come on, let's just go. It's already late. I know you gotta get home. Like, it's cool. We gonna just come next time. So then Kirk was like, nah, for real, it's no problem. Like, I could take her home. So I was like, oh, well, if you could take me home, then it's cool. Thanks, Byron. I'm going to just go home. Like, Kirk going to take me home or whatever. So he was like, you know what? My sister could wait. He was like, you know what? My sister could wait. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. Mind you, she been blowing his phone up because the IHOP is not far from the job. So he like, she could just wait. So we finna probably be here for like another hour because... yeah, he wouldn't go with them to IHOP like that afterward either. I think he just wanted to go because I was there. I don't know. But he was really just annoyed. They like, Kirk like, bro, just go. You gonna see her tomorrow at work. Like, just go somewhere. It's cool, Byron. I'm like, thanks, though. Like, thanks. So he was like, okay. And he left. He was so mad. So we ended up staying there. We talking. It was cool. Kirk ended up taking me home. And when Kirk took me home, that's when he was just like, you kind of cute or whatever. And I was just like, whatever. You kind of cute or whatever too. You know, like, it was just whatever. But, like, it wasn't too much. Anyway, I ended up going home. Boom. So now let's fast forward to the night of the kickback. So, y'all, we went to work that night. But it was like, okay, Thursday night coming into Friday morning. And then we was off the weekend. So we off Friday night going to Saturday morning type shit. So anyway, we was at work. We talking about it, y'all. When I tell y'all we was at work and Byron is over here talking about something. So what time did you get home? So did Kirk go to your house? Did he go in your house? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no. Why would he go in my house? He like, oh, did y'all talk? Like, or did he just drop you off and you went in the house? Did he wait for you to go inside? He was asking me so many questions. I'm like, I don't remember. I'm like, maybe he drove off. I'm like, no, he did pull in the driveway. And then he's like, he pulled in your driveway? I'm like, yeah. He like, oh, I'm just asking. I just want to be careful. Like, I just want to make sure you was okay, you know, because it'd be dark when you get home. And you're a girl. I just want to make sure you was okay, you know. And he was like, but tonight, you don't have to Uber home. Like, I can give you a ride home. Well, not tonight, but this morning, in the morning. He's like, I can give you a ride home. So I was like, oh, no, like, it's cool. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm like, Kirk said, y'all, because he told me he'd give me a ride. So I'm like, Kirk said he'd give me a ride or whatever. So he was like, what? I'm like, Kirk said he'd give me a ride. He's like, no. I'll give you a ride. It's cool. Tell Kirk don't even worry about it. He be having stuff to do, right? Like, it's cool. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not really tripping. Like, because I'm like, shit. Either way it go, I ain't got to be in the Uber. Because, y'all, I had the most craziest Uber experiences. Early in the morning, you be having the crazy Ubers. Especially the area that I was in. Yeah, it was weird. But anyway, so, we working, Eric ended up coming over there, we talking, and she was just like, girl, these niggas be thirsty, just be careful, da-da-da. She started telling me shit. She's like, yeah, they be thirsty. She's like, especially Kirk ass, he talked to so many girls up in here. So I'm telling her, like, girl, oh no, I'm in an on again relationship with my crazy ex-boyfriend named Crazy. Like, we ain't doing that. And then I asked, like, you know him? You know, you just gotta be sure, like, bitch, you gotta think, and you look like his type. You know him? But she like, I don't know, you're mad. Because I really had to ask, y'all. But anyway, so she was like, yeah, I'm ready for tonight, though. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be at such and such house. Like, it's gonna be a vibe. Da-da-da. Like, you drink. I'm like, yeah. So Kirk ended up coming up to me at work, y'all, and told me like, I'm gonna do a extra shift. Like he was gonna do like take somebody else shift. So he was like, but I could still take you home. He was like, but your dude, your man, your ninja Byron came up to me talking about something. It's cool, he'll take you home. And he was like, and it's just funny cause that nigga was supposed to do the extra shift too, but I guess he not gonna do it cause he don't want me to take you home. So I'm dying laughing. I'm like, I really don't care who take me home. It's not that big of a deal. Shit, I'm just saving money on Uber at this point. So he was like, nah, but I'm gonna do my shift there. I'm gonna just stay. He was like, but you good? Like, let me know if you want me to take you. Like, I'll take you. But I'm like, nah, it's cool. Like, you gotta work, right? So Byron ended up taking me home. It was like awkward. I made him buy me some food too. You know when you had them people and you just kind of like take advantage of the situation? Not like that. Let me not say take advantage. But like, you know, like you be like, it's fun here. But I wasn't leading nobody on because Byron never told me. Well, he eventually, but he never told me at that point like, I'm trying to pursue you. Like, so nobody be like, you should have known. No, you got to make shit clear. Because one time I thought somebody liked me and I said something I was dead wrong. I felt dumb. So I ain't just assuming shit no more. But anyway, so now it's the night of the kickback. So y'all, okay, so he told me where he was at. Byron hitting me up like, you need a ride to the kickback. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. It wasn't that far from my house or whatever. I don't know how he lived somewhere else, but I don't know, maybe this is other house. I really don't know. It wasn't that far, so I'm like, it's cool. I could use somebody's car in my house. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So I ended up going. I waited and I met up with Eris, right? So Eris thick as fuck in her out of her work clothes, you know. But anyway, so we go up in there. Everybody chilling. It's pretty much, like I said, it was girls that worked there, but yo, I don't know what I thought. Because mind you, it was other girls in our department. But like I said, they was on the other side. So technically it was probably like on the side that's doing like the hard work. It probably was like me, Eris, and like 2 other girls. But they was like, I don't know. They just didn't really talk to everybody else. But I'm assuming because they know people in the warehouse, I'm assuming that it's going to be other people from other departments and shit there. Y'all tell me why me and Eris the only girls there? It wasn't like an issue to me until it was an issue to me. It wasn't an issue because at first I'm thinking like we all cool. Everybody just cool as fuck. Nobody be on no weird shit. Like it's gonna be cool, right? Y'all, so anyway, we drinking. We getting more drunk or whatever. Kirk, he there. He like, come sit next to me. Mind you, Byron ain't there yet because he was asking me what time I was gonna be there to like link him. But I mean, so he could come when I'm there. Like we could meet at the same time. But I was just so busy trying to get ready and doing all this other shit that it slipped my mind to like hit him up. And plus, I don't gotta do that. If you're gonna come, you're gonna come. So anyway, we chilling or whatever. So now we drinking and I'm sitting next to Kirk. So Kirk, we sit next to each other and he going through my Instagram. He like, okay. Oh, where my light on? So he like, okay, I see you like showing pictures because y'all packed in. I used to be a little wild child. I used to be on Instagram wilding out. I ain't even gonna lie. But he like, okay, I see you. I see you on this one. I'm just like, and then he posted the pictures, the videos of me with the, you know, the famous hoverboard. He like, I see you spinning around and shit. Okay. So we just laughing because they like, wait, let me see. And I'm just laughing like, get my file. Y'all. And yeah, so anyway, we just laughing and chilling. So at this point we laugh. He got his arm around me. Say this me, I'm this pillow. I'm this cute pillow. And he got his arm around me. He be like this, looking at my Instagram, like, you know, we leaned in, like we locked in. So next thing you know, Byron ended up coming in the house. He came in the house with this one dude that I went to school with. And he was like, well, Symone. And I'm like, hey, Byron. Like, you know, hey. And he was like, how long you been here? So I'm like, oh, I've been here for like an hour and a half now. He was like, why you didn't tell me you been here for that long? And I was like, oh, I forgot. My bad. It slipped my mind. So he was like, okay, Eris, how long you been here? And Eris was like, oh, me and Symone, we got here at the same time. Like, you know, we was talking to get here at the same time. So he was like, so you and Eris, you know, basically like, so you couldn't get on your phone because you forgot to tell me, but you could remember to tell Eris. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like, you know, because the fuck, you wouldn't even be here if he didn't know that I was gonna be there. He wouldn't be here anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And mind you, I'm too busy like texting her. And plus, I was driving somebody else's car without a license, so I couldn't be doing too much and get pulled over. Duh. So yeah, so he he kind of just seemed confused. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to give me something else to drink. So Kirk was like, you better go for your ass, get in trouble. And I'm just like, boy, shut the fuck up. But anyway, so I end up going over there by where he was at, and I give me something to drink. Me and Eris over there talking to him or whatever. So Eris is just standing around. Next thing you know, one of the boys, the boy who house was, who invited me, he like, Eris, your thick ass knew to wear them shorts. And I'm like, right, Eris, you thick. So then she bend over, she started dancing. I'm like slapping her butt like, oh, but then I'm like, let me stop. Because, you know, she didn't give me permission to do that. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real. But she dancing, she like bending over. And so then the boy was like, hey, we need to turn on some better music. She like, yeah, turn some better music on up in here. We need to have some better music up in here. So I'm like, yeah, we gotta be lit. So he's like, yeah, because ain't nobody dancing. I'm just thinking like 5 niggas, 2 bitches. Not to be calling myself a bitch, because I don't call black women bitches. But or black men niggas. I know you're probably like, girl, shut the fuck up. But anyway, I'm like, dancing. This is real giving Ebony and Diamond. Because, bitch, what are you talking about dancing? It's just the 2 of us. Who would be dancing on who? Oh, and I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he mean like crip walking and stuff like that. Maybe they get crunk. Oh, these are Tommy the clown ass niggas. Okay, that's what they talking about. Because I'm thinking like, I don't know what they mean. Like, they think me and her gonna take turns giving them lap dances or what, or whatnot. Because I ain't here for that. So anyway, he started playing music. Eris started going over there. She started dancing on one of the dudes or whatever. And then I'm talking to Byron. He's like talking to me, and he just like looking, and he was like, oh, y'all was doing this the whole time? Y'all just been dancing and drinking and stuff? So I'm like, no, we just been, you know, chilling and talking and stuff. I'm like, they just now turn the music on. I'm like, which is cool. Mind you, at this point, I'm feeling my alcohol too, but I'm not trying to get too drunk because, like I said, driving somebody else's car with no license. So we talking and stuff. So then I'm like, turned this way, and I'm like smiling, watching Eris like, yeah. Now I'm like seeing she go over to the next dude, dancing on him. I'm like, okay. So next thing you know, when she get over to Kirk, she over there, he's sitting down, she bent over, throwing ass. He like, I'm like, what's y'all? When I tell y'all, it was so awkward. You know, when you having a conversation, y'all remember that scene on Baby Boy when when P started doing Lord knows what to that boy, and Jody started looking like, it went from a smile to what the fuck is you doing? And I know only reason why I'm saying Lord knows what, because he started whipping him with a belt, but we don't know what he doing. I'm looking like, what the fuck is that man doing to that boy? Because why did Jody face went from yeah nigga to ooh disgusted? Because I don't know what he was doing behind the scene. They was showing it no more. But anyway, so that's how my face went, because I'm like, even though it's like I don't like Kirk, but I'm just thinking like, what the fuck going on up in here? So anyway, they like doing all of that and shit like that. Boys dim the fucking lights. This damn near dark up in this living room, and me and Byron be just talking, and I'm kind of like irritated because I'm trying to go back and like be like lit and stuff, but Byron is really just talking my ear off about some shit that didn't even fucking matter, honestly. So at this point, she just dancing for everybody, honestly. That's really what it was. Everybody getting up, they taking turns dancing, slapping that thick ass booty and shit, and I'm just thinking like, where my turn at? But not for me to dance on them, but for her to come dance on me. So then I'm just like, whatever. At this point, I notice I'm talking, when I sit down and I'm drinking, it started hitting me even more. So I'm drinking, I'm noticing I'm getting fucked up. I am so messed up to where I'm like, damn, I was not supposed to get like this. So Kirk was like, yeah, well, I'm probably just gonna stay. Like, we gonna leave in the morning type shit. You could stay tonight. So I'm like, no, I don't even live that far from my house. So Eric's like, girl, I don't want you to drive. She drunk as hell. She's like, I don't want you to drive, girl. No, don't drive. Mind you, why she bring me a Red Bull there too? She like, drink this. She's like, I don't want you to drive. Stay tonight. So I'm like, no, I don't live that far from home. Mind you, Byron, he's not really drunk. He poured him a drink and really was sitting there like this and talking to me. But when he wasn't talking to me, it was him staring with that cup. That cup was still full. I don't know. He probably didn't even drink. He probably got that drink to look cute or something like that. You know how people be doing. So he didn't really drive like that. So he was like, I could follow you home, and if it get too crazy, like, you pull over and then, you know, I'll take you or something like that, but I'll get you home. So I was like, you sure? So he's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna just leave. I'm like, well, I'm still kind of good. I'm just gonna go because, yeah, it's too much. So she was like, all right, whatever, like, you know, not whatever, but like, all right, bye, y'all. So I'm like saying bye to everybody. I'm hugging him like, I'll see y'all Monday. Bye, y'all. Peace out. So Kirk like, you sure you don't want to stay? Like, mind you, I'm walking out the door with Byron like, all right, bye, y'all. And he like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure she get home, y'all, and then I'll probably come back. They like, nigga, you ain't finna come back. So but mind you, he's with the other dude too. So the other dude he was with, he wasn't drinking either. So, but I'll get to that part. But anyway, when we walking out the door, Kirk like, He puts arm around me. This me, cute little pillow. He like, you sure you don't want to stay? And he pulled me in for like a hug, like, like he was kind of buff, and I got a little bit titty, so we like titty bump. I'm just kidding. No, he was taller than me, but he was like, you sure you don't want to stay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go. He was like, all right then, and he hugged me. He gave me this big hug, like, this my bitch, nigga. That's how the hug gave. It really gave that. So anyway, so I was like, all right, bye. So then I ended up leaving, and at that point we was outside, because I started throwing up in old boy's yard. And that's when the other boy that I went to college with, he was like, you know what? I'll drive the other car and you get in the car with Byron or whatever, and then I'll drive your people's car. So I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you, y'all. So we ended up, we did it like that, which made complete sense, which was cool. They, mind you, him or Byron don't never go to these people's shit. I feel like he probably was like, bro, come with me, cause Symone there. Cause you never go. And they wasn't even drinking, like really not at all. They both had the same 1 cup for like 2 hours. So anyway, we finally get to my house, and he like, you good? Like, do you need me to help you get in or anything like that? You straight? Like you got it? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Thank you so much or whatever. And I go in the house or whatever, right? Y'all, when it came down to going back to work on Monday, let's just fast forward. It go back to work Monday. Why it was this one boy, he didn't go, but I guess he used to go, but he stopped going, whatever. So he came up to me. Mind you, me and him would talk, and he would like tell me the business of everybody shit. Like we had some heart to hearts. When he confessed, not confessed, but like when he would start spilling his business with me, that's when I was like, oh, I could open up. This somebody I could talk to about the shit that I'm going through at home. Until I met this other girl. Me and her, I used to tell her all my shit. I was like, girl, and I gotta get away from this bitch, but he crazy. Cause y'all, he was crazy. He literally would watch my house. So anyway, he came up to me and he was just like, I heard you went to the kickback. And I'm like, yeah, I went. Mind you, he was cool. He never used to try to get at me or nothing like that. Like we literally talked like, it was like, now I'm not gonna say best friends, cause it didn't give like we hang out outside of work or we gonna talk like after or nothing like that. It gave more like, you know, that cousin you see on the holidays, and y'all be just, every time y'all see each other, y'all be like, damn, we gotta do this every day, and you don't do it again until the holidays. Yeah, it gave that. So yeah, we was talking. He's like, I heard you went to the kickback. So I'm like, yeah, I went. I was like, it was actually cool. I'm like, but I got so drunk and I had to leave. I didn't even stay like that long, kind of, sort of, but when it started getting lit, I left. He was like, I'm like, but it was not really girls there. I'm like, I guess a lot of people didn't want to come or something. It was just me and Aries. So he was like, no, Aries always be the only girl there. So I'm like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, Aries be the only girl there. So I was like, dang. He's like, so what y'all do? But he's smiling. So I'm like, nothing. I'm like, we'll just listen to the music, vibing. You know, Aries is dancing and stuff. We dancing, like, not much. I'm like, but Byron came, he just talked my ear off, and then I ended up getting super drunk and I left. So he like, oh, okay. So I'm like, what you mean by that? Because I could feel the vibe. Like, what you mean by that? So he like, nothing. I ain't even gonna say nothing. So I'm like, don't play with me. I should give him a name. Dang, but I really don't feel like it. I'm gonna just say my work bestie, the boy one. So anyway, I'll just say my work bestie, the boy one. So he like, I ain't gonna say. So I'm like, nah, you gotta tell me, because mind you, we tell each other everything, literally like everything. So he was like, Aries be fucking them niggas. And I was like, what? So I'm like, no. So he like, yes. So then when he told me that, I started replaying it in my head, and I'm like, hold on. I'm thinking back, and I'm like, wait, they was all like, they was all having a field day with her. So I'm like, no. I'm like, because she always tell me like, these boys here are so thirsty and they be messing with everybody, girl, and just be careful. And I'm just thinking like, no, not Aries. And he like, yes, Aries. Like they be doing that. He was like, I used to go up over there. He was like, but I ain't never did nothing with her. He was like, but yeah. He was like, I'm not dumb. I know ain't nobody about, they be going in the room. And she was like, and then she always stay the night. Like, why is you staying the night? So I'm like, what? That's crazy. So at this point, I'm like, nah. And I don't want to ask her, because I'm just like, how do you ask her? Like, hey, Aries, do it turn into a triple X party when I leave? Like, what goes down? I mean, not when I leave, but like some nights, like, what's going on? Because I'm thinking like, yeah, this ain't that. So I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea, because I ain't coming here to do that. I just came to drink with y'all. That's oh. But yeah, so he told me that, and that shit was just crazy. And I'm like, come to find out, it was true though. That's why Byron wanted to be there, because he was like, yeah, not on my watch. But it's like, bro, I was not finna go over there and do that. I don't know what Air is on, but shit, this ain't a two-way train station, bitch. Air is gonna do her one-way choo-choo by her motherfucking self, okay? But yeah, it was crazy though. But y'all, oh my god, I have so many more story times about these people in this job. That was just a little introduction, because I'm like, oh, I just started thinking about it, because some had came up, like a Snapchat memory came up, and I was like, I gotta talk about this job. I've been meaning to talk about it for the longest though, I ain't even gonna lie, because Byron still be like trying to hit me up and be like, not like nothing like that, but just like on some, oh, how you been type shit like that. So yeah, I was like, oh, I've been wanting to talk about it, but I don't know, I'll just wait it for some odd reason, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for this story time, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna title it, but just know it gets deeper than that. It gets deeper, because like I told you, me and Kirk had a little whatever, but it didn't get nowhere, but kind of, sort of, but not really. But y'all, that's it for this story time, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials: Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. I love y'all so motherfucking much. We almost into a new year, 2024. I was gonna say 2025. 2024. How is this possible? This year done picked legs up and ran. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day and so much spirits. Don't let Instagram make you feel bad about what you did or did not get, because F them up people. If you happy, that's all that matters. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace out.